Good morning. This is Nancy Burt-Preece, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I have this contact information. I can't believe it. It's October already, so feel free to hold this up a little bit. Here's my October host code. If you're interested in ordering, hello, I would love to have you. Here's my Facebook and my YouTube channel. Also, I'm making this for my Facebook Live as well as it will go on my YouTube channel. Today, I am casing a card from Sharon Armstrong. So you're basically going to make two cards. So you need two card bases, two different kinds of DSP, coordinating cardstock that matches the card base. And I forgot to put that on there. But that is 4 by 5 1/4. And you need inside pieces, however you choose to do that. Hi, Tammy. Thank you for watching. So let's start out with what you need. This is a very relatively easy card because you're going to make two at once. I am using the Peaceful Season stamp set and the dies that go with it. So I'm going to start with two pieces of Mossy Meadow. I have them 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. Now I have two, and I'm using basic beige, 4 by 5 1/4. And I have my two DSP pieces. If you have a pattern like this one, I had it when I was cutting them at the same time, I had it the wrong way. So if you have a directional paper, make sure it's facing up when you're cutting. However, you notice I put it on the bottom and it worked just fine. What you're going to do is you're going to take your card. I have a template, which I made. And I made it so that, let me get my measurements here. This one is 2, this mark is 2 5/8. And this mark is 1 7/8. So you see I did on the short end 1 7/8, I did a little mark, 2 5/8, and then I cut that part off. Then when I turn it over, I have my template, which I love using templates, especially if you're making lots of them. And I don't have my template cut at the right tempo. Isn't that great when I do stuff like that? And people are like, how do you do it all? Well, sometimes I make mistakes. I have a lot going on this week, so I'm trying to keep it all straight, but I still wanted to do a Facebook Live because I'm kind of nutty like that. So I'm going to make sure that's the right size. So when I put it on my two pieces here, it fits perfectly. So what I'm going to do is put it in my paper cutter. Hopefully you can see that. And I am going to go ahead and use the dark cutting blade, cutting both pieces at the same time. That's what I love about this, because that's pretty much all you have to do. I'm going to keep my template. So I'm going to lay my two pieces out. Now, because it's double-sided paper, you get to do anything you want. So let's say, not my favorite. I want to go this way. Can you still do the card? Sure you can. Might have a different DSP on the back, or you might have to change it around. So you can really do it any way you want. That's what I like about this card. I'm going to do it this way. I wasn't sure if I like that or not. I don't know. Would I like that green better, maybe? With that? Let's see. Well, for this demo, I'll do it like this. But you do have options. You can do lots of different things. Let me turn it around. And it basically depends on how you cut your paper. And I probably would cut it lots of different ways if you come to a class for me. So if I really like it this way, I'd have to go like that. Of course, my paper's cut wrong. Let's see, is this one still cut wrong? Don't you like when I have these fussy times on camera? You know what? I might do it this way because I kind of like this dark, and this has a little bit of gold in it. The paper is kind of oriented, but you can't really tell that that's a little bell. So I'm going to leave it that way. Crazy, but true. I'm going to bring out one of my bases. I love this as a background, and I can't believe I'm covering it up, but I am. Because that's the beauty of double-sided paper. And I got to tell you, as far as paper, Stampin' Up! Has some of the most beautiful paper around, I think. Obviously, I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm biased, but I'm telling you, I have gone, like all of you, I've gone into different stores, and they're not as beautiful. They're just not. So I'm going to make it orient this way. That's the beautiful thing also, if you're doing this, you get to make the decisions. You get to decide how you want it to look. There's one. I just love making 2 cards at once because, holiday time is coming up. And golly gee, see, here's that paper I cut it, and it was from a little bit of a bell. So really, if I was going to do this again, I might make sure I'm orienting it the correct way when I'm cutting it. I'm really okay with the way it looks, but not everybody would be. So I'll have to make sure and have some different orientations. This is going to be for my class on the 12th. So I am excited. See, that's what I like about this kind of card. There's not really a lot you can mess up because you can orient it lots of different ways. Look I have one going one way, one going the other one. That one I had upside down. It doesn't make a difference. It's still a fun, easy card, easy cuts, and you make 2 at a time. Anytime you can make 2 cards at a time, it's a good day. I don't know about you, but I have lots of cards to make, and I love making them, as you know. So, lots to do. All right, I'm going to bring out my card bases, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere these to the card base. As I said on my sheet, I cased this from Sharon Armstrong, who does mystery stamping. Someday I'm going to do that. This is a real busy week for me, so it's not going to be this week, but I am going to do it on a Wednesday. I'm going to have you get your supplies ready, and we will do some mystery stamping, which will be lots of fun. This was a mystery stamping card. She gives you wonderful clues, and she actually started this when it was COVID, and she wanted to connect with her customers. And now it's just such a fun tradition that she does it every week. So she's fun. I've met her in person. She's a delightful person, inside and out. Now I have my inside pieces, which I got glue on there. 4 by 5 1/4. I put a 1/2 inch by 5 1/4 piece of DSP. This is all from that Peaceful Evergreen set. It is a nice set. I love all the sayings. I love the, well, I'll show you in a minute, the Christmas part that I cut out. I love that. I used Mossy Meadow ink. Now on this one, I put a dark the evergreen, and I thought it was too boring. It's just too boring. So on this one, I made it, and I could actually do either one. I'll show you how I did this. Let me get this one out. I cut these out. So would I prefer that? Maybe. Or that. I think I like the red one over there. So what I'm going to do is pop up. I already did the die cut and stamped the Mary from the Same Peaceful Season. Sometimes I get crazy and I use all different kinds of sets, but I try to just use one. Sometimes I work, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to pop up the Mary. And I'm going to adhere, just with some glue, the Christmas. Okay. Card number 1 done. I put a little gem from the Earth Tones Shimmer Gem. I just thought that kind of added a little bit of pop on the, you can cut out the little dot. I always lose them. So I'm like, oh, forget that. I'm just going to use a dot. Now, I wanted to show you when you have this, how if you come to a class of mine, I will have these made as stickers, this part, but I didn't for myself. I'm just going to show you if for some reason you don't have the adhesive sheets and you decide to use glue, it's totally doable. Just light little dots, not a ton. Okay. Now what I'm going to do when I adhere it, hopefully it's not adhered to the glass mat. When I adhere it, I'm going to line up the T first. I'll tell you why. I just had better luck adhering the T, M-A-S. Hold that down for a second. Then come back through. If I do it from starting at the C, I was having troubles. I don't know why. It could be just me. And of course, when you have adhesive sheets, you won't get a little glob of glue that I just did, which I will get once this is dried. I will get that off. But you will have adhesive sheets. So, but that's how you adhere that. I start on this end. I have better luck. Then I'm going to pop up the Mary. So this will be for my upcoming class in October. We're going to be all Christmas, just having some fun, doing some extra little stuff. All right, Mary. And you can see I got glue on my hands. Don't do that. Then I'm going to... This part is easy to put some glue on. That one's not hard because it's a thicker spot. Oh, that's why I use glue. I can move it down. Even that C got up a little high, but I'm okay with that. And I'm getting that glue off. See, once it dries a little bit, you can just kind of poke it off with your fingers. And I'm going to do, I don't know, I was going to do a garden green gem, but I don't know if I want that. I might go back with just this gem, but that doesn't really show up on there, does it? All right. I don't know about you, but I get out my gems and I start going through. I go, well, what do I have in my gem area? And people are like, wow, you got lots of little parts and pieces. I do. Because I use them with customers and, you know, with my friends. And so I have parts and pieces all over the place. Let's see. Well, Would we want a sparkly one? Wait a minute. That's still kind of a peachy color, so I probably don't want that. Don't you like when I can't make a decision? Maybe a real sparkly one. I don't know if I like the silver with the gold. Don't you like when I take that right pick off? I don't like that one. Let me see. I got one more choice. Now, in case you didn't know, you can do rhinestones and color them whatever color you want. That might be what I do. I'm going to take a rhinestone, and I think I'll color it a cherry. So I'm going to take my blend, and I'm going to color the end of it. And pick it up. Oh, that is what it needed. Just a little bit of that red. Doesn't that make a difference? So I hope you try this way. I just made 4 cards very quickly, all ready for Christmas. So I hope you try this technique. It's very fun, and have a great day.